What's up, folks? This is Gray here, and today in this video, to me, from my perspective, this is going to be a very, very important video, being that the product that I'll be describing in this video and going over in this video can save your life or the life of others that you care for. So this is why I feel that this is a very important video, and hopefully you find value out of this content. Basically, we're going to be talking about the ARK by Refuge Medical. A lot of you folks know who Bear Independent is and his team, who have created the Bear Fact and multiple other platforms that they use to help people out. Today, we're going to be looking at the ARK, something new from Refuge Medical and Bear Independent. Now, that being said, for a lot of you folks out there who carry on your persons a firearm, there's kind of three sayings. You want to make holes, you want to stop holes, and you want to plug holes. This is going to be your plug hole kit. Basically, I feel that everyone in the emergency preparedness community should have something like this, but I want to stop there, because this also pertains to some of you folks that live in, let's say, rural areas or in prone areas due to natural disasters like hurricanes, floods, twisters, earthquakes, and the list goes on. You never know when an emergency is going to present itself, and you are your own first responder. You can't count on the folks at 911. A lot of you folks that live in these rural areas or been in disaster zones know how these things can be fractured. So this is why I feel something like this should be in everyone's kit. I am very happy to have teamed up with Refuge Medical and become part of their organization in regards to being an affiliate partner with these folks and being able to present their material to my viewers. So hopefully you'll enjoy this content. Hopefully you'll learn something, and we're going to go over a lot of the material that's inside this. We're going to break it down, kind of what you get, and stuff like that. We're also going to go of some of the things where you might want to take it a step further. So please stay tuned, and let's get into it. All right, folks, before we get into the breakdown and the whole what's inside the ARK by Refuge Medical, I want to go over a few talking points real quick before we go into the full breakdown and everything that you get inside that kit, as well as some other information. One thing I do want to say, though, is if you go to Amazon and you buy something like this, you're going to die. Just plain and simple. This $40, $50, as they classified as an Ifak, is not going to save your life. The equipment in here, a lot of it's made in China. A lot of it falls apart. Even the scissors that you get inside this thing will literally fall apart after maybe one use. So, folks, don't depend and cheap out on something that you get from Amazon. That being said, let's get serious here. Here's what I like about Refuge Medical and all their kits. It's made in America. One huge thing right there. Everything in that kit is made in America. It's guaranteed forever, folks. Guaranteed forever. So far, 51 lives saved in 3 years with their kits. That's phenomenal, folks. 51 lives. Even if it was one life, that's truly important. Basically, this has been electively used on 4 continents by 6 branches of the armed forces. Just think about that for a moment, folks. 6 branches of the armed forces. Developed in conjunction with U.S. Special Forces. So there's a lot of time spent on developing these kits to save your life and the life of others. Anyways, exceeds military specifications for individuals and first aid kits. Basically, you're also buying from small businesses. We call them mom and pops. Those are the people that we want to support. Basically, BearIndependent.com was bootstrapped from the dining room table, all the way to his whole platform and the company that he's created with Refuge Medical. They're based out of Eastern Oklahoma, here in the U.S. of A., outfitted with the best medical components available. Second of all, specifically placed components in trauma coverage order. So the way they're situated in there, and I'll show you that here shortly. And each trauma kit covers with the March E algorithm. I'll go over that as well. Some of you folks probably don't know what March E means. It's kind of like a TCC or a TECC kind of wording for in the medical field of the military. We believe everyone who buys a kit needs training. I agree 100% with that, folks. If you buy this kit, you want to know how to use this kit and everything in this kit. That being said, Bear Independent, Refuge Medical, they have several programs that you can use. I think there's a 4-hour program and a 10-hour program that you can use to learn how to use this kit and what's in the kit and use all the tools effectively. Last thing you want to do is spend your money on something and then it fail because you don't know how to use the stuff in there. If you can't use Refuge Medical, maybe you want to look in your local areas for Stop the Bleeds, trauma classes, your local colleges. Maybe reach out to your local law enforcement and ask, do they have programs? You just don't want to buy gear and sit on it. You want to learn how to use it effectively. Again, it can save your life. All right, let's go ahead and get into the review. All right, folks, so just to kind of give you a look on the outside of this thing here. Again, like I told you, this is for your headrest. It has your Velcro here you can take off there. I have the strap on, and I'll show you how that comes off. And again, I have my tourniquet staged. To kind of give you a look on the outside, of course, you have easy access to your shears, basically trauma shears. You have some of their emblems here. I've added this on there myself. So again, when I was talking about the March E system, basically all that means is massive hemorrhage, airway, respiration, circulation, hypothermia prevention. If you don't know what a TECC or a TCC situation is, I say Google it. You'll find it online instead of me wasting your time going through all these little words and things here. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. Of course, one thing I want to tell you is this strap here. I like the way that it's set up, just because it doesn't get bound. It doesn't get twisted or nothing like that. It's nice. The clasp on here pops off quickly. You can tighten it down if you want to cinch it down or whatnot to make sure everything stays nice and tight, and just pop that off. Then, boom, you open it up. Here you go. You have access to all this that's inside this bag. I'm going to go ahead and move it sideways so you guys can kind of see. I like the straps here that kind of hold everything down so things don't fall out here and here. And we'll go inside each individual one of these bags here. Again, these are your shears. These are some North American Rescue shears. A lot of people don't know what this is for. This is for an oxygen tank so that you can turn an oxygen valve on and off. These shears are some of the best in the business, folks. Some of the best in the business. All right, folks, let's see what's inside. So I'm going to go ahead and move the shears here to the side for you, folks. You get a marker. This is basically if you need to write down some information. Also, a lot of the tourniquets here have little tags on them that you can write on, like let's say your Cat 7 tourniquet, but you can just do a bunch of different things if you need to write BP, blood pressure, respiratory, all that stuff like that. It's nice to have this marker here. Let's open up the first pouch. Let's see what you get. So what you got here is a bleed control dressing by Quick Clot. Now, personally, folks, I prefer dressings like this, be it Celox or a Quick Clot. I prefer a dressing that's impregnated with the blood clotting agent, and the reason being is those little granules can be a real pain for when you take someone to the ER or someone that has to treat that wound, because sometimes if you've got that wound nice and sealed and they try to get rid of those granules that have activated inside that area, you're going to run into some situations where you may reopen that wound. So Quick Clot bleeding dressing. Now we're going to get a quick view of everything. Let me move this down here a little bit as I pull these things out. And then here you go. You have two Halo chest wall seals. There's a 2-pack right here, and there's an additional one here, but these are phenomenal, folks. A lot of you folks know it. This is a 2-pack here in this kit. You have this here to basically plug a hole. Basically, if you were to get shot in your upper chest or something like that, a chest wall seal, a vented chest wall seal preferably. There's other reasons why there's non-vented, but you get a chest wall seal there in the kit. Let's go ahead and pull out the next item here. I think we got 2 of these here. So these are going to be your compressed gauze, okay? This is by Forward. This is a compressed gauze. Once you open these things up, you'll be shocked at how much gauze is in these little packets. And what I like about that, they have I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you have these little tearaways. Worst case scenario, you can use your shears if you have to, but they have a nice little spot where you can tear that away. Of course, if you're anybody like myself and have an EDC, you have a very sharp knife with you. But yes, so you have these 2 compressed gauze in this upper kit here. I'm going to move this, try to keep things organized a bit, and that's what's in that pouch, that first pouch there. Moving on to the secondary pouch, we're going to go ahead and open that up. So then you're going to pull this out, and let me grab a couple other things. I want to grab the other chest wall seal out first. So we can, well, I'll stage that in a second. So what's cool about this thing here, folks, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a S-mark bandage. I don't know if you can see that there. Basically, it's almost like an elastic bandage. You can also use this as a backup tourniquet as well, to cut off the circulation and whatnot. I prefer regular tourniquets, but this can come in handy for that. But it's actually pretty convenient to have one of these in this kit in case you have another situation arise. But again, it is a S-mark bandage. I'm going to go ahead and set that there. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull out this here, and this is going to be your mini compression bandage. I don't know if you can see that there. These are very beneficial. A lot of you probably have seen some like the Israeli compression bandages, very similar to something like that, but very beneficial to have this into. If you read on here, a lot of this stuff will show you step by step on how to use this stuff like that there. And it says intended for small to mid-sized wounds. So make sure that what you're applying this for, you know what to use it for. But anyways, there you go. That's your mini compressed bandage. Let's move that to the side. All right. A lot of people are very curious about these things. Some people have their terms for them. I call it a 28 French. That's the way I call it. Some people call them the naso. Some people say nasopharyngeal. But this is a 28 French. This is for, you know, if there's an obstruction. It also has the lube, because the last thing you want to do is shove this down someone's nose without the lube on there. Again, make sure you know how to use this. If someone is facing head trauma, do not use something like this. Again, take a class, know what's inside here and how to use it effectively and appropriately. I'm going to move that there. We're also going to pull out a pair of gloves. These are your basic standard latex gloves. I feel like I don't need to pull them out. They're made by North American Rescue. Basically, there's some cheap gloves out there. If you've ever used some cheap gloves, they just kind of, you put your hands through it and they fall apart. These are solid. Move that over here. Let's pull out this other chest wall seal right here, which will go with this one right here. As you can see, you get two of those there, halo chest wall seals. And that completes what's inside this package, again with the marker. Now you can add, let's say, a decompression needle in this kit. If you want to add that when you're purchasing this kit, you can add that. But when it comes to a decompression needle, you really need to know what you're doing. So please, again, I want to reiterate, take a class. So that's the, let me kind of move this here out of the way so that you can see what's inside this kit. Hopefully the camera will pick up everything on here that I'm trying to show you on there with the scissors. And don't let me forget the tourniquet as well. Now, I'm going to move all this stuff and I'm going to show you how I have this set up here in a second, and how I have it to set up for rapid deployment. So real quick, folks, I want to show you how I have the tourniquet staged here. The reason I have these straps the way they do is because of the fact that it's easy to pull out. If you have your straps here, it might get stuck. So you want to stage your tourniquet appropriately using this basically strap system that you have down here. It's very easy. Like I said, you can just pull it out like I showed you earlier. As you can see, this is right at the end, so there's nothing that's going to grab this tourniquet. So when I yank this out, it's going to pull out easily like I showed you just a few seconds ago. Now, once you have pulled out your tourniquet, you want to restage it if you're going to be using it or adding another tourniquet, but make sure you stage your tourniquet appropriately. If you notice, before I have it, I have my everything set up in a specific way, staged in a certain way, so I can see this on the outside. Again, this is like a little mark here that you can write stuff on, basically the time. That's why you have that Sharpie marker in there. But anyways, as you can see how I have it staged. If you want more on tourniquets, I can do a video down the road. But if you notice, I have this so that this part doesn't get caught on here. I don't want that there. I want the triangle underneath it. I want this windlass to be stuck right here, so that when I add this hook and loop system, or loop system to this, it's going to sit effectively. And so when I put that loop on there, again, you want to kind of go in that direction so that it's easily deployable. Nothing's going to get caught. It falls right out. So learn how to stage your tourniquets, folks. Whatever works best for you. This is what works best for me. This is the way I like it. All right, folks. So my favorite thing is to save information like this for last, for you folks that have watched the video from its entirety, from point A to point B. If you're looking for something of this product, I do have a discount code, being that I'm an affiliate partner with Refuge Medical. Of course, it does benefit the channel. It also benefits Refuge Medical. It's a win-win situation. But if you use the code GreyMan, you're going to get 10% off this item, or pretty much anything on the website. Let's say you're looking for a Bearfact 3.0, if you're looking for a stomp bag, and the list goes on. Use the code GreyMan and you will save 10% off your purchase. So it's kind of a, like I said, a win-win situation for all. Real quick, if you're going to order, you want to make sure you order before Friday. Friday through Saturday, they are closed in observance of a religious holiday. For them, a religious day. It's not really a holiday, it's a religious day. My apologies. So if you want to do some ordering, you want to kind of look through Monday through Thursday to get those orders in. Other than that, I want to say thank you all for watching this review. If you got any value out of that, please hit the thumbs up button. I truly appreciate that. If you're new here, I wouldn't mind if you subscribe. You know, I'm just here to spread the message about emergency preparedness, and that's my goal on this channel. Anyways, folks, remember, folks, be safe out there. You are not alone. This is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll see you guys on the rebound, and God bless.